Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining Dottie San Martin and myself, Nephew, for another episode of Seeds of Success. This is our quick little chance to plant a couple of seeds in your mind about hopefully different topics that you have floating around and get you to think differently about them, maybe take action differently about them. And today, Dottie, you brought up a really good point. Taking the fear out of selling. And when you think about how people become a little bit obsessed, or they become anxious when you talk about, I want you to go and sell this for me, or go out there and get some sales. Like, that's a lot to put on one person, right? And I think you and I, when we ran our businesses, day-to-day operations, we kind of thought about this a little differently, and we translated that information to our heads of sales, shall we say. I know I never really had an official salesperson. I kind of took this role upon myself and my other key staff members. I looked at us all as salespeople, but I always instilled with them the one thing. This is the key of today's lesson, shall we say, of what you should take away from this is selling is not actually selling. Selling is actually developing a relationship with many people over time and offering them guidance, support, help, whatever it may be that they need along the way. And one of those times, it may be with a sale. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, for sure, Jay. And most especially because in bowling centers and entertainment centers, often we're dealing with young people. And, just because someone's young does not mean they're not the right person to put in this role. To look at it, as you said, as being someone that's a people person, that they don't have to be considered a, quote, salesman. But
right.
Part of being a good salesman is to be able to develop relationships and to exhibit that desire to help and listen to what their needs are, and really have a very clear understanding of what that customer is looking for, and then being able to deliver that. And we can both agree that when you are in a position where you are taking bookings or even going out and doing outgoing calls to solicit bookings, you don't always match up to the time that someone is looking
right.
to plan an event. So what you really want to do is you want to just have that conversation and just check in on them and start to develop and to nurture a relationship. So when that time does come and they're looking for something, you're going to be top of mind. Oh yeah, I remember. It's that sweet little person over there, and they've been so good. They've really taken good care of us. And so that's just a different way of looking at it.
It's interesting too, because when you talk about developing relationships with customers, with potential customers, it really starts with your frontline employees, your waitresses, your bartender staff, your front desk employees. They're the ones that really get into deeper conversations with the customer base as it comes in the door. They're asking those probing questions. Hey, what brings you in tonight? Oh, you're celebrating an anniversary? That's awesome. How many years you've been married? Whatever it may be, they're the ones that are going to have these deep dives. And I remember back in the day when I was like a front desk person and I was like the head desk person at this big bowling center, I was the person that people came to when they wanted something, pre-internet days. Remember, I know you can relate to this too, because we're both a little bit older, but somebody would say, oh, I need a new tire. Who's your tire guy? And I would be like, oh, well, I know 3 guys. You can go to Tony Valentini, or these people all can help you. I knew those people because I developed relationships with them while I was working. They were fellow bowlers. They were customers. They were people that my customers introduced me to when I had a need. But we all had that, who's your guy for X kind of thing. That used to be the way we used to go about it. Now with the internet, we just look it up. But the smart, successful salespeople are the ones that have never lost that talent to be the guy for whatever. And they do it very stealthily. They do it through checking in from time to time, being just a good person back to everybody. And they'll say, hey, don't forget me if you need to book a bowling party. I work at ABC Bowl over here, and I'll get you a great deal.
Always carry lots of cards.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you attack your sales staff, listen to me, no, you should never attack your sales staff. If you kind of look at it differently through this kind of a lens and say, maybe I need people in the sales role that are just outgoing, friendly, and are able to easily make connection with people. It doesn't matter if they're 18 or 98.
That's right.
This skill set is there in so many people. You just have to be able to recognize it. And they also have to know that they have this gift, because it does you no good to have to teach someone how to do this if they aren't aware of it. But I guarantee that you probably have people on your staff today, if you're listening to this show, that you can look at and go, oh, that's Jim. Oh, that's Sally. Oh, that's Sherry. I know exactly who this is in my building. How can I develop their innate skill set, their talents that they already have? How can I let them unleash that to help me grow my sales? I think that may be the best way to look at that.
And Jay, the whole tone of the conversation changes when you go into the call as this is a relationship.
Yeah.
I'm just checking on a friend. Maybe you're going to stop in and you're going to take some, a couple of fresh baked cookies to a customer that you've been trying to build a relationship with. Whatever the case may be, when you shift that mindset that I'm not trying to sell something, the entire tone of that conversation shifts. It becomes more natural. It becomes more genuine. And it's better received on the other end as well, because it doesn't feel so salesy.
Right.
And things will just start to fall into place from that point. And I will say, I had a client not too long ago that we worked with. Well, it's been a while back when we were working on holiday parties and starting to promote holiday parties and starting to call customers that might be in the market for holiday parties. And the people that they had lined up to make those calls were dreading them, and they were not looking forward to them because they were looking at them as a sales call.
Right.
And we identified that their hang up was the fact
I don't know how to ask for the sale, or I'm afraid to ask for the sale, whatever that may be for their particular hang up, because it could be multiple.
Exactly. And when that mind shift changed, it was a much more relaxed conversation. They started enjoying their job more, and the results came naturally.
Yeah. Your business technically should sell itself, right? Like, you have fun available there. And if somebody wants to have fun, it's a no-brainer. Like, I'm the place for that. So if you have a staff of people, even one person that's the right person, that has connections throughout your community because they've come into your building, they also go out and do different things in the community and engage with these people, it becomes a simple just checking in of, hey, Jim, how's it going? It's you remember me? I'm from ABC Bowl down the street. Yeah, we talked before. I'm just walking by. We're booking some holiday parties now. We've only got limited spots, but I was thinking of you, and I wanted to put that in your mind in case you started to plan yours yet. That can be the sales call right there. That's all there is to it, because all you're doing there is you're letting Jim know that, hey, I'm still the guy. I still can take care of you. And when you're ready to make that decision, because you're going to make that decision, I'm the one that's going to help you with it. That's powerful. And you leave them a little bag of goodies, like whether it be home-baked cookies or a free game pass or whatever it may be. It's just a nice thought.
Even a little trinket and a clever little, we used to do the little sticky pads, thanks for sticking with us for fun. I mean, you can marry up a message to a little trinket, and they'll think it's so cute, and then that sits on their desk, and that also serves as a.
We're the queen and king of puns. We love them.
Absolutely.
We love them.
Well, this has been a really fun topic, and certainly now it's so relevant as we're trying to get key employees and getting our business back on the road to recovery, to be mindful to just position that just a little bit differently. I think you'll have a lot more success. Right.
Change that title from sales coordinator to relationship builder and run with it.
Absolutely. Look for people more so than a salesman. A people person more so than a salesperson. Okay.
You're right. Look for people. Yes, we want people. If you're people, you're going to fit right in. Absolutely. Dottie, good talk today. All those of you who are out there watching us, Evaluate your sales position role. What does it look like to you? Does it feel like you're always having to hammer and ask for the sale? Or is it someone who's out there building relationships with the community and your customer base on a regular basis? Are they at the counter on busy peak times, just saying hi to people with their name tag on, event coordinator, business development, party leader, whatever it may be? But put them in those places to succeed. Help them hand out shoes. They don't have to run the desk, but they certainly do need to be able to be there for some genuine conversation so they can build those relationships with those potential big parties.
Yes,
and
for
small
sure.
parties.
And make sure that you're clear with the expectations that you have of that person. Let
Yes.
them know right off the bat. Have fun with this position, and treat it just as if you were making friends.
And in the end, that's what'll happen. Trust me. Every good salesperson I've ever known has never had a hard time going from one job to another, and over time they have that skill set and they use it everywhere they are. So look for that.
And the network grows.
And the network grows. That's right. Okay, well, that's it for today's Seed of Success. If you're, we're going to hopefully get you to look at your sales a little bit differently, develop those relationships first, and then just collect the profits later on down the road.
You got it. So plant those seeds, folks, and we'll keep watering.
You got it.
Have a good afternoon.
Bye-bye.